Hello, my dear student. I am Anita, and this is chapter number 10 Gravitation of CBSE Class 9, Part 2nd. In this chapter, we are going to study regarding Kepler's law. There are three laws of Kepler. The first law states that the orbit of planet is an ellipse with sun at one of its foci. Diagram is like this. It's a ellipse. The sun is at one of their foci. The line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. See for this, if the planet is at position A and in time t it moves at position B, then this area will be equal to when the planet will be at C and after time t the planet will be at D, this area. So area over here will be equal to area sweeps over here. The cube of mean distance of planet from the sun is proportional to the square of its orbital period, that is capital T. So mean of the distance, that means distance from the planet. So sun is at S, so SA will be equal to R1, SB will be equal to R2, like that if we consider all the radius. So this mean of the radius, that means R, is directly proportional to the square of its orbital period, that is capital T square. We can write it as R cube upon T square equal to constant. Now, based on Kepler's law, Newton has arrived to the inverse square law. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now, this orbit is a circular orbit. Even though it is elliptical, it is considered to be circular. So, the distance will be equal to circumference of the circle given by 2 pi r. So, speed v is equal to distance upon time, that is 2 pi r upon t. Orbital velocity is equal to v, radius of the orbit is equal to r, and orbital period is equal to t. So squaring both sides, we will get v square is equal to 4 pi square r square upon t square. Now this 4 pi square is a constant. So by replacing equal to and a constant, we can write v square is directly proportional to r square upon t square. Now if we multiply r to the numerator as well as denominator, v square will be directly proportional to r cube upon t square into r. So we can write v square is directly proportional to 1 upon r, or we can say as v square is inversely proportional to r. Why it is so? Because r cube upon t square is considered as constant by Kepler's third law. Now force acting on an orbiting planet is given by force means F is directly proportional to v square upon r. So we can place v square as 1 upon r and the force will be proportional to 1 upon r square. Instead of v square we will put 1 upon r, and so force will be proportional to 1 upon r square. Now what is free fall? Whenever object fall towards the earth under gravitational force alone, we say that objects are in free fall. So the object is falling only in the presence of gravitational force. Now whenever an object fall towards the earth, and acceleration is involved. So acceleration will keep on increasing. This acceleration is due to the Earth's gravitational force. Therefore, this acceleration is called as the acceleration due to gravitational force of the Earth, or we can call it as acceleration due to gravity. Now it is denoted by small letter g. The SI unit of g is meter per second square. It is the same as that of acceleration. So acceleration and acceleration due to gravity is having the same unit. Now let us find out the value of g. So we know from the second law of Newton that force is equal to product of mass and acceleration. Here the acceleration is due to gravity, so we will write force is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. So F is equal to mg. According to universal law of gravitation, force is equal to product of its mass and inversely proportional to square of the distance between the two objects. So F is equal to gmm upon d square. Now equating both the forces, so mg is equal to gmm upon d square. Cancelling out this m, we will get the value of acceleration due to gravity as g is equal to g m upon d square. Now, for objects on or near the surface of the earth, the value of d will be equal to radius of the earth. So, we can write mg is equal to gmm upon r square, and cancelling out this m, we will get g is equal to capital G equal to universal gravitational constant into mass of the earth upon radius of the earth square. As the radius of earth increases from poles to the equator, the value of g becomes greater at the pole than at the equator, since g is inversely proportional to the radius square. So, as radius is increasing, the value of g will be decreasing. At the poles, the radius is less, and so the value of g will be more, and at the equator the radius is more, so the value of g will be less. Let us calculate the value of g. To calculate the value of g, we should put the value of g, that is universal gravitational constant, mass of the earth and radius of the earth. So these are the values. G is equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Mass of the earth is denoted by capital M is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Radius of earth is denoted by capital R is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. So putting the values in this formula, G is equal to capital G m upon r square. So substituting the values, we will get the answer as 9.8 meter per second square. Thus the value of acceleration due to gravity of the earth, that is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Thank you.